Not at the angle that you want.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
All
We're about to do a
right.
whole thing.
A whole thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the setup.
I do too.
I'm digging it.
I dig it. Well, I like being able to see you, hang out with you. So I am digging this.
This is a great day. We are coming live on all the IHKC channels today in celebration of a very special person's special birthday. Lauren?
I'm assuming that would be me.
No, we're talking. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually,
absolutely.
I think it's also Justin Timberlake's birthday.
I mean,
and I think
I don't
share a
know
birthday
Justin
with Oprah
Timberlake.
Winfrey.
So wait, today's Oprah's birthday?
I think so.
Nice.
We could. There could be any number of people.
You never know. There's a lot of people in the world.
We're here to celebrate my birthday.
Absolutely.
It is my birthday, and not only that, it is a milestone birthday.
It's a
my
big one.
40th.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a quick conversation, and then I'm gonna get back to celebrating.
Yep.
And I've already celebrated a little bit with this one right here. We did breakfast.
Pineapple pancakes.
Yes.
At Snooze.
It's our
you
thing.
You have to have them.
Apparently, it's our thing now.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have some questions for you.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it as informal as we can.
I like that.
But this is your birthday.
It is my birthday.
This is your 40th birthday.
It's huge.
And out of the 40 birthdays that you've had, what has been your favorite birthday celebration thus far?
So that's really tough. There is a series of birthdays that has been my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you know this. Some of you may know that I am madly in love with my partner in life and crime, Aaron Conaway.
Mm-hmm.
And every year he makes me a trivia game because trivia is one of my favorite things. I actually take it very seriously, like weirdly seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I take the Jeopardy test every year. So every year my husband makes a game wherein the topics tend to be things that I care about. And we invite people over to my house. And so I'm not going to pick any one particular one, but I am going to say that over the course of the past 10 years that we've been doing this, those are my favorite birthdays.
Nice.
It's a wonderful gift from the man that I love.
Yeah.
It's trivia. I get to show off my prowess. There's a little ego in there for sure. But I love those birthdays.
Yeah, he puts a lot of effort and love into those.
He really does.
Yeah. And
then he runs the whole thing. I just have to show up and do trivia with people that I care about, and I'm extraordinarily grateful. So those are my favorite birthdays.
Love it. Major shout out to Aaron. You've got some people tapping in here.
All right.
Hello,
friends. Let's see here. We've got hello, Jessica Best. Hello, Denisha Jones. Hello.
We're going in order here.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Cynthia here is the executive producer. We've mentioned this before of Social Media Lives for IHKC. And she's like, hey, girl, shut up. Slow your roll.
No.
And that's okay.
We just want to make sure we acknowledge everybody. That's all.
Fair enough. So who else are we saying hello to?
You've already mentioned Denisha and Jessica. And Orlana says happy birthday.
Hi, Orlana.
And Dana says happy birthday. And Carolyn Santos has tapped in, said happy birthday. Have a wonderful day.
Yay. You know what? I am having a wonderful day.
Many returns from Benjamin.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Tapping in
it was a pleasure
LinkedIn.
to meet you at the event. I think last week. Is that when we did the event?
Yeah, that was last Wednesday.
We had our very first Keystone session.
Yeah.
And that was super fun. And this one right here was one of our panelists representing the Zennials.
Yes.
But we had a really, really great conversation. You were incredible, by the way.
Why,
have
you.
I told you that yet?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, I'm telling you now.
Okay.
Incredible, talented, beautiful, wonderful, an innovator.
I love it. Okay, ready for the next question?
I'm ready.
All right. We laugh a lot together.
Yes.
Yeah. When was the last time? It doesn't have to be with me.
Okay.
When was the last time you laughed so hard that your stomach ached?
Probably over something stupid, to be honest. Like, I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably something very, very stupid.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was at home actually, and Aaron and I were, just kind of scrolling through it. And I think I found a meme that it made me laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
I was dying. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is though, because I can't remember exactly what it was. That's not a very satisfying answer, but it's my answer.
But it's an answer, and it was fairly recent, right?
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
It was just a couple days ago, so I'll have to dig around and find it. But
Sweet.
I laugh a lot at dumb cat videos. Oh, I laugh a lot. Cats have this weird thing where they don't like cucumbers or other cylindrically shaped objects. They scare them, and so they tend to jump like when they see them, because I guess they think they're snakes or something.
Yeah.
So there's a whole series of videos on the interwebs of cats just like jumping up and running away from cucumbers, and it makes me giggle. Like, that's the kind of stupid stuff that I laugh at.
Interesting. Okay. So you laugh at cats and cucumbers.
Cats and cucumbers.
Funny memes.
I don't know. I laugh easily when there's a lot of joy in my heart. So, I mean, you said that we laugh a lot together, and I couldn't point to any one particular thing that we laughed about.
You set up this next question perfectly.
You made me laugh. You make me laugh, like all my friends do.
Okay, think beyond just me and you.
Okay.
Beyond cats and cucumbers. Beyond Aaron and his wonderful birthday celebrations. What are 3 small things that bring you joy?
Dinosaurs.
Okay.
I love dinosaurs. I love reading about them. Jurassic Park is my favorite movie. So that's a pretty small thing to find joy in. I love small things. I keep wanting to go to like the big stuff. I'm like, I love women. They're amazing. Nope, that's a big thing. I always get a kick out of all right, so if you go to Shop Local Casey, which I was just there today, there is a series of art that Katie has introduced, and it's like, you go great. It's like very empowering sayings and stuff like that, but I get a lot of joy out of beautiful things with affirming statements. So I was very, very happy earlier this morning. What else? I don't know. I like a lot of things. I'm a pretty joyful person by nature. So I mean, I love the color yellow. Like, I'm looking at a yellow wall right there. And it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And I find joy in a lot of stuff. I like that about myself. Yeah. That's what I got. I don't know. It was an answer.
I like it. It was a good answer. It's a good answer. Okay. If you just tapped in and you're just now joining us, make sure that you drop your birthday wishes for Lauren in the chat. We are celebrating all things Lauren, all things IHKC today in our live, and we'll be dropping another special way that you can help us celebrate Lauren in just a second. Keep an eye out for that. You talked about the fact that you find joy in a lot of things being one of the things that you love about yourself. Yeah. What else do you value about yourself? It's like you read these in advance or something.
I've gotten very so being on the cusp or on the eve of my 40th birthday, I find that I'm getting very contemplative.
Yeah.
What do I like about myself? I've survived a lot. And I, not only that, like, I'm very proud at being a resilient human being, but I'm also very happy that I didn't allow circumstance and life that'll, kick you in the face periodically, but I haven't allowed that to make me bitter or mean or take away that joy that I can pull on pretty easily. So I enjoy that about myself.
Nice.
I like my intelligence. I think I'm a fairly smart human being, and I would much rather somebody call me smart than pretty or something else. Like, I take a great deal of pride in that. Hence, trivia.
Yeah.
But I really like. Oh, this is a good one. I like that I'm very curious. And it's how I keep from getting bored. But I'm a very curious person, and I like learning about people, and I like learning new things. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, and so I like that.
Read that out loud.
I'm just setting them right up.
You are.
What sparks your curiosity?
What else sparks your curiosity?
what does spark my curiosity?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's definitely people.
Yeah.
Doing the work that I do, existing within a larger ecosystem, I always have to be really, really cognizant of how the sum of the parts is greater
Yep.
than, or greater as a whole. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. But being a podcast interviewer, I love asking people questions. I love talking to people, and that's one of my favorite things to do. But right now, I'm very curious about people.
Okay.
How about you?
Rachel Blankenship has tapped in.
Hello, Rachel.
To wish you happy birthday.
Longtime friend. How you doing, Rachel?
Are you asking me about the curiosity question?
Yeah.
What sparks my curiosity? I think about what sparked my curiosity when I was younger, and it was always tapped into the world and the why of our existence.
Yeah.
And I think it still does
Yeah.
pique my curiosity. Yeah.
I think that so I always talk about how you're fundamentally creative, and I absolutely believe that. Cynthia is like one of the most inherently creative people I've ever met in my life. But you're also a very curious person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make an observation about you.
Sure.
And you can tell me if you think it's accurate.
It probably is.
But so like me, we actually share this. You're an input person.
Yep.
You are an observer.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you don't even engage. You just observe.
I just watch. Yeah.
And it might be the introvert in you, but I think that I would imagine that that's a way that you satisfy your curiosity.
Absolutely. And usually we'll raise more questions, and then I'll just dig into those questions and see if I can find the answer.
Yeah.
Or tap into
you and
people.
I are both curious people. We're both input people, but we approach it very differently.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
Similar in some ways, though.
All right.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. That's fair. I'll allow it.
Okay. Let's go back to joy for a minute.
Yeah. I love joy.
Imagine joy is the currency, and we trade joy for goods and services instead of cash or changing numbers. What would make you wealthy?
I was talking with Erin about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that one of the things that I do well is warmth.
Mm.
And I don't know how to express it beyond. Somebody gave, actually it was Donald Carter. She knows Donald Carter. Hi, Donald. But he gave me a compliment the other day, and it was one of the best compliments that I've ever received.
Mm-hmm.
Like I filed it away for future use. And he said, Lauren, you're really, really good at making sure that people feel seen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I intentionally try to do. It doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah.
It's something that you actually have to actively think about for most people. And I do. And so when I pour joy into the world, when I create space for joy, it's generally because I'm really happy to see people and be in communion with people.
Yeah.
And making sure that you're honoring and acknowledging the things that are most important about them. And so I'm very vocal about that. I'll tell Cynthia, Cynthia is well aware that I have great respect for her creativity, right? It's something that I tell you on a regular basis. And it's that's why I do that. Yeah. Because I think that too often, things like that go unsaid. Mm-hmm. And I refuse to be the one who sits on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just never know what you say that's going to make somebody's day.
That's right.
Or that they'll hold on to and run with for a long time.
Exactly right.
You could be inspiring somebody's genius by dropping
a
nugget
you could just be giving somebody a better day for a couple minutes. And there's a full spectrum of things that you could be doing for someone, and it doesn't really matter which one it is, but you're gonna. Dr. Maya Angelou, people know this quote that she said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel. Yeah. And I'm very aware of that. And I try to channel that into outward joy. Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. 2 questions left.
Okay. Let's do it.
Rolling through these. What makes life meaningful to you? What have you been reflecting on recently?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, So, I mean, a lot of things. And we kind on our last social media live, we kind of talked about the meaning of life and what that means. But for me, it's always moving forward and always doing better.
Mm-hmm.
With the understanding that, sometimes you move forward and then sometimes you're knocked back a few steps. But, keeping that general path forward is really important to me. But the always do better piece is the one that I really try to focus on.
Yeah.
I've been through some really hard things, and at times in my life, particularly like my early, late teens, early 20s, I was a person that people would not recognize today. And so keeping that growth going and continually, getting that good karma and making sure that my life and what I do with it has some kind of meaning. And whether that's, like with my husband, making sure that I make sure that he feels seen and valued and cared for, and, making sure that this entire community of beautiful human beings who exist in Innovate Her KC, making sure that they feel seen and valued. Like it's a whole spectrum and a whole gamut of doing better, but doing so in an intentional way that brings other people along with me.
Yeah. Dave Flessner said, Lauren, wishing you the happiest of birthdays.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you.
Rajane Williams said, happy birthday as well.
Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of these wishes. It's lovely.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm going to tell you didn't even ask this question, but I'm going to tell you something. I actually love birthdays better than any other holiday.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because birthday is one of the very, very few times in an adult's life, particularly if the adult has kids and other people who relate to it. It's all about you. Other holidays are about whatever the holiday is about, the people around you. But I think that people in general, and women in particular, we have a really hard time celebrating ourselves. We feel that it's ego-y. We feel that it's selfish. And I don't believe that. I believe that it is not only okay, but it is encouraged to celebrate yourself. And so anytime you have a day that's all about you, I want to make sure that you feel loved and valued. And it goes back to that being seen thing. But I love birthdays. So I just wanted to share that little nugget with you all.
We do too.
Yeah.
Daisha Martin said, happy birthday.
Yay! Hello. Thank you.
For those of you who are thinking of other ways that you can celebrate with Lauren, ways that you can go above and beyond, just as she has gone above and beyond for those of us in the Kansas City area, on Facebook and on YouTube, we've dropped a link so that you can help us celebrate Lauren's birthday by donating to Innovate Her KC. She won't ask for it. I will. It's her 40th birthday.
We had a whole conversation at breakfast.
No. It's my turn. She won't ask for it. I will. It's her 40th birthday. If you can spare $40, that's just a handful of cups of coffee, right? $40 to celebrate Lauren's birthday and all the amazing work that she's doing with Innovate Her KC. Hit that PayPal link that we dropped there. We'll come back and drop it on LinkedIn so that you all can partake in the celebration of Lauren's birthday as well. She won't ask for it. I will. Shamelessly donate. Keep us going.
If you can.
Donate. You see how she put an asterisk on it. There's no asterisk. We're celebrating Lauren. If you are so moved, please help us celebrate Lauren by supporting the work she's doing with Innovate Her KC. I have one more question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So that you can get out of this uncomfortable situation.
It's always so awkward for me.
I know. I understand. Trust me.
All
right. What risk would you take if you knew you couldn't fail?
Oh.
Yep.
It would be related to Innovator.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Mhm.
God, I would just go, you know what? I would hire someone for Innovator.
Yeah.
Like first hire myself.
Yeah.
But then, hire someone else. I really look forward to the day where we'll have a whole team of people just dedicated to serving the women of our community and the individuals of marginalized gender in our community. I can't wait for that day, but it's one of those things where as a business owner, I'm super scared to pull the trigger because I'm like, we might be fine now, but what happens in 3 months when we don't have runway and I have to continue to pay people? And it's, well, yeah. I mean, people are like, what are you, like, if we gave you a bunch of money, what would you spend it on? And I'm just like, can I please hire people?
Yeah.
Please.
You got to sustain the work in some way, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting. Like, it's one of those things where we've had conversations around like, all right, can we limit services? Can we, stop doing so much? And it's like, as soon as I start having that conversation in my head, I'm like, well, then people get left behind.
Yeah.
And so we try to create as many access points as we can for the community. We try to put on programming, but a lot of it comes from, like credit cards that are maxed out and 401ks that have been dipped into.
Yeah.
And, again, I'm going to mention my wonderful partner, Aaron Conaway. Like, he's been with me on it every step of the journey. But, all of you business owners know it's hard and you white knuckle it some months and so I've just reached a point where like, if I could do anything and I knew that it wouldn't fail and I knew that I wouldn't put people into a difficult situation, I would just want to bring more people on so we could do more things and do more impactful, meaningful things.
Yeah.
So that's the dream.
If people are interested in sharing their talents with you, volunteering their time and talents, how do they connect with you?
Well, so that was a
you?
wonderful question. I'm pretty accessible. Most of you follow me on social media. I think I have quite a reputation as an oversharer. So feel free to reach out to me on social. I cannot promise that I won't answer your DM in a couple hours. In fact, I can guarantee you that won't happen, but I will get back to you. Lauren at innovateherkc.com. That's the email. It's innovateherkc. Feel free to reach out. As a community building organization, a significant portion of what I do is talking to people, reaching out to people, making sure that we're serving, making sure that people feel welcomed in. So don't hesitate to do that. But I'm highly reachable. Don't you think?
I would agree.
Yeah. You can find me everywhere.
All right. Again, those of you that feel so moved, if you want to help us celebrate Lauren, hit that. There she goes. She's rolling the eyes.
All right.
Just look at me. Don't look at the camera. Just look at me. If you feel so moved, $40. It's her 40th birthday. Hit that link that's in the comments there and donate to IHKC so we can support Lauren as she continues to do this great work around the Kansas City area.
Thank you for doing that.
You're very welcome. What's coming up for IHKC?
Oh, that is a beautiful, beautiful question. We have our Keystone partnership that just kicked off. We have, and I can't release too many details because I don't know too many details yet, but we actually have a partnership that we formed with Interurban Art House.
Nice.
We have a lot of creative members, and Interurban Art House, they do a really fantastic job serving creatives within the community, creating content, creating, trainings, offering grants, all kinds of great things.
Yeah.
But so we're going to be rolling out here pretty quick. We're going to start rolling out some programming that will be related to our creative members, our performers, our artists, our writers, things like that. So that's something to keep an eye out for. We do have our monthly meetup coming up. We would love it for you to join us. We're actually going to be at the AI Hub, which is a creative co-working collective. They have like a podcasting studio and they have a photography studio attached to this space. It's super cool. It is happening on February 7th. And you will note that February 7th is well within Black History Month. The AI Hub is Black owned. And we're very, very excited to introduce the IHKC community to this resource that is relatively new. So we want to make sure that we get the word out.
They're doing some cool things. What time is that?
So You asked me that question last time and I flubbed it. So it is a coffee, which means she's showing me. It's a coffee, which means that it starts at 8:30 and goes until about 10:30 or so.
Awesome.
I was like, I don't know. I just show up when my calendar tells me to.
Lauren, anything else you want to share about life or your birthday or Innovate Her KC?
She started with life. Of course you did.
Mm-hmm.
Things that I want to share about life. Well, I'm gonna share something with you all that kind of satisfies all three of the check boxes. And I'm gonna say, when we live in communities that empower women, we see greater investment in people. We see greater success and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And so whether or not you choose to invest in Innovate Her KC, and of course, I hope you do. Did you like that? Are you proud?
Is she proud?
Yeah. I hope you do. But whatever form that comes in, please elevate, champion, support women leaders. It's my calling, and it doesn't have to be your calling, but it can be something small and incremental that you can do in order to make our communities better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's a good note to end on.
Well, there you go.
All right.
We were doing a quick one because I got to get back to the party.
She's got to get back to celebrating.
I definitely went out to a breakfast where I had people trying to get me hammered before 10 a.m.
It was not me.
Yeah, it was
I
not
was
Cynthia.
not trying to get her hammered.
Yeah. They were like, here's a Bloody Mary. Here's another Bloody Mary. Here's a cocktail. Here's a mimosa. And I'm just like, it's Monday, folks.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for sharing part of your day with us, for tapping in. Make sure that you share this with someone else if it resonated with you. Be sure to drop those comments to celebrate Lauren. If you are so moved, donate, share in the birthday celebration. And as always, if you're following us on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe.
Please do.
All right. We'll see you in the next live.
Catch you next time. Thanks, friends.